All right. Tomorrow, early game. Seattle traveling to St. Louis to take on the Rams, and probably the least appealing game of the week. Well, I don't know. At least it might be competitive, but realistically, there's no good reason for anybody to tune into this game unless you're a direct fan of one of the teams. So, oh, and there's really nothing interesting I can say about this game that's going to make you perhaps want to go check it out. But, you know, the Rams have been playing a little, have been a little competitive lately. They played tough against the Saints. They beat the Lions. They played tough against, I think, the Cardinals. Bolger's going to be out for probably the rest of the year, but at this point, it might not matter. Well, really, it doesn't matter that much because the offensive line doesn't give whoever the quarterback is enough time, and Bowler isn't mobile, neither is Bolger, so it might not matter. But they got a really good running game with Steven Jackson. As long as they feed him the ball, he gives them a chance to at least be competitive in most games. Their defense seems to make some plays with a guy like OJ Atogwe and pass rush that may not be that bad. I mean, Leonard Little still makes some plays from time to time. Um, so maybe right now the Rams are being a little more interesting than we are. But we've beaten them 9 times in a row. When we face off, we seem to find ways to win in the last 5 years. And you can say whatever you want about them being tougher in the last couple weeks, but we're a better team. There's really no way around that. You have the scoreboard is scoreboard. You have the 3 wins versus the one, and you know, come to game day tomorrow, I'm going to expect to win, and if we don't, I'm going to be disappointed and upset, which would be one of the few times this year I've been like that. I really haven't gotten too mad at this team this year for not playing well. I've kind of accepted it, but if we do not win tomorrow, um, that would, um, I don't know, be below my expectations because I expect to beat the Rams every time we play them. It's our closest thing in this division to a rival. It's a team that has been led by incompetent management for a pretty long period of time, and it's just a team that I expect to be able to beat. They have some good things going for them, but if we play our game, there are places that we can take advantage of what they don't have. Now, I don't know what's going on with Julius Jones. More than likely, I expect him to play a little bit, but right now, Forsett has earned the starting job, and I hope Forsett gets as many carries as possible because I think he's a player, and I think we're going to be good with him, so hopefully he gets most of the action. Um, what else? Other than that, the injury news really doesn't sound like it's that different from what it's been the previous weeks. So we should have our receivers, we should have our quarterback, we should have whatever offensive line we can hope to have for the rest of the year. And so we got our guns, or at least we have the guns that we're going to have for the rest of the year. And given what we have going into this game, I I fully expect to win, and anything less, not going to be okay. So we need to get our first road win of the year. Yeah, first road win of the year. We need to go in St. Louis and take care of them. Um, and that's really all I can say here. We do have some winnable games coming up in the second half of the season. It's not going to be enough to get us into a playoff spot or anything, but we're going to have opportunities to win games down the stretch. We just got to take advantage of them, and it starts here. This is probably the most winnable game left on the schedule. So let's do it, guys. Let's buckle up and cheer on our boys this weekend because they're probably going to need it. I'm expecting a fairly close game. A lot of times we do go into St. Louis and it's close, but we also win. So I don't know exactly how it's going to happen. I don't know if we're going to be able to run the ball. Honestly, I kind of sort of think we won't be able to run the ball very effectively. I don't know. I think we can pass the ball, but I thought that the first time we played St. Louis and didn't really happen. Well, it did later on, but early on it really didn't. And that's about it. So I'm out. See you guys later, and let's get the win tomorrow.